Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so happy to have you at this event, and we have a wonderful group of organizations ready to share information about their offerings. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started today. Please keep in mind that your camera and your microphone are off, so our presenters cannot see or hear you today. However, the Q&A function is on, so make sure you take advantage of that Q&A function to submit your questions to our presenters at any time today. Also, this session is being recorded, and within about a week, you'll have access to all of those recordings at strivescan.com/noble. I'll make sure and put that link in the chat for you all as well. But without further ado, we are going to kick it off with our first organization. And starting us off today, we have the Hispanic American Construction Industry Association, also known as HACIA. Whenever you are ready.
Yep. I gotta get over here. Okay, good afternoon. I'm Matt Smith, project manager with HACIA, the Hispanic American Construction Industry Association. I help to oversee several training programs that we host in pre-apprenticeship trainings. It's good to continue down the slide here. HACIA is a trade association. We have about 300 members. These are all construction-related businesses. So it could be a small minority woman, veteran-owned business that does concrete work, masonry, landscaping, electrical, all the way up to big general contractors that build the high-rise buildings you see downtown, that work on the highways and bridges and roadways, in a variety of projects. We kind of have two basic trainings. The one is focused on businesses and helping them grow their capacity and position themselves for success to get public and private contracts. The other, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, is on the workforce side. And that's helping people from underrepresented neighborhoods, groups, find a bridge or pathway into the construction trades. And so HACIA offers 3 trainings: carpentry, electrical, and labor. And we partner with the Institute for Workforce Education, which is connected to St. Augustine College. They're our education provider, and they execute this training in partnership with HACIA. If you look at the 3 different trainings, the electrical and the carpentry are essentially 6 months, 3 days a week, 4 to 8 p.m. The labor training is half that time, 3 days a week, again, 4 to 8 or maybe 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., depending on the final calendar. And the main difference here is you get first aid CPR, OSHA 10, which is a safety certification required within the construction industry, and you get this NCCER core curriculum. These are the foundational principles around construction. If you take the electrical training, you get this electrical level 1, and if you take carpentry, you get carpentry level 1. Going a little deeper into what it covers, this National Center for Construction Education Research curriculum, there's safety, there's math, hand tools, power tools, construction drawings, and there's some professional skills around communication, employability, and things like that. Carpentry, we deep dive a little more into all the details, construction drawings, floor, wall systems, doors. You can read it for yourself. It does culminate in what we call a carpentry practicum, where you're hands-on, you're building something, maybe a small house, you're working with tools, you have teammates, other people in the program. Same thing with electrical. Obviously a different focus, requires more of a proficiency in math. I would say there's more of a math focus. This arc flash requires that. But again, there's an electrical practicum where you're installing conduit, you're working with tools, wires. These were the classes we held. We have a campus, St. Augustine College has a campus in Little Village, 25th and Rockwell. There's also a campus in Uptown near Clark and Lawrence on Argyle. And these were some of the participants that participated last year. That was kind of I would call it doghouse, birdhouse that they built. Using tools and constructing as a team. Here, you see the wood frames. They're installing that metal electrical conduit. They're using tools. Okay. We did do a site visit to a project, and this photo you're seeing out on Pulaski off I-55 to Stevenson. There's a brand new Target distribution center, and we brought participants from the training out there to kind of walk through, get a real feel for what it looks and feels like to be on a construction site, hear from the different trades, laborers that do demolition and site prep, to the electrical workers that are inside installing conveyor belts and other things, carpentry. So it's a very complicated, ambitious project that's going to conclude in July. Our participants come from around the city, underrepresented neighborhoods. You can see the zip codes highlighted in green. And one of the other benefits of the HACIA pre-apprenticeship training is we have what we call Career Center. And we work with you, or participants, make sure you've got a resume, you've got a career plan, and then we try to match you to available job opportunities. Again, HACIA is a trade association. We have relationships with firms, and they need workers, and they can, in some instances, sponsor you to join the union in carpentry, electrical, labor. Other instances just kind of put you to work. Maybe it's a non-union opportunity, and you just want to get some experience. In terms of next steps, we're going to send out, you can go to HACIAworks.org, and at the top right, there's a tab called HACIA U. And underneath that are all the training programs we offer. You click on pre-apprenticeship training, and you can send in your application. We're awaiting confirmation on funding and the schedule, but we hope to be able to offer this from mid-June to mid-December this year, 2021. Thanks to Noble Charter Schools and all the good work they do, and we look forward to some of you participating and applying. We already have a couple of Noble graduates that have gone through the programs I referenced. Good luck and congratulations on this final semester and your graduation in June.
All right. Well, thank you so much, HACIA. We appreciate all of this information. Just a note for everyone, we do anticipate we have mostly juniors in this event. So these are our early planners who are looking ahead as well. Okay, what a great way to get us started today. We are going to turn it over now to YearUp. Take it away when you are ready.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start sharing my screen. Perfect. So with that kind of start saying that majority of you are juniors, so our program is geared a little bit more towards seniors, only because you must be between the ages of 17 to 26 to apply. But what is YearUp? So we are a nonprofit organization, and we're really seen as like a gap year program. So we're a 1 year long program where for 6 months, you are doing training, you are learning skills, you are learning professionalism. You are still taking college level classes in the sense of YearUp actually, we build out our own curriculum. So these classes are college level classes. So while you do the program, 6 months you're in the classroom, and then 6 months you are doing, you're gaining real world experience in the sense of you're doing a corporate internship. So in the first 6 months, because you are taking college level classes, you do earn up to 15 free college credits with us. So if you're kind of like, I don't know if I want to go to college right after high school due to like maybe financial decisions or for whatever reason, if you do join the program, you can earn up to 15 free college credits that can then be transferred over to a college or a university. And then during the time with us as well, you're gaining real world experience. what we aim to do is we want to close the opportunity divide. So essentially, we know that there are millions of young adults who are ready for this corporate environment, but they don't necessarily always get the opportunity to jump into the corporate world. So what we do is we work with these young adults. We get them suited up for corporate America. We work with corporate America to identify like job openings and available internships, and then we pair them up with the hopes that at the end of the internship, you get a full-time job offer with hopefully a nice salary and some benefits. So we do have two different models. So the first one's our traditional one where you do 6 months of learning and development, 6 months of internship, and then you graduate. We do have an accelerated model where it'll be 3 months of learning and development, 6 months of internship, and then graduation. So there is a year-long program, and then there is a 9-month program as well. These are the tracks that we offer training in. So we do data analytics, we do IT, business essentials, and then project management. So we specialize in the business and the tech fields. Reason being is because we know that with these two different fields, you don't always necessarily need a college degree in order to keep climbing up the corporate ladder. Sometimes certifications will do it. At the end of your first 6 months with us, so during your learning and development phase, once that phase is done, you actually earn a certification in the track that you choose. So you will earn that with us as well. And then here are some of the companies that we partner with here in Chicago. So you do see some big names. I feel like that's the fun part about YearUp is that we don't just place you into small companies. You can actually gain real world experience in places like Facebook, Snapchat, Northwestern University, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Salesforce. And then our results. So YearUp Chicago was actually started back in 2010. So in these past almost 11 years, we have served over 1,700 students. Last year alone, we served over 340. We have a 90% student success rate. So essentially what this means is that within 4 months of completing the program, 90% of our graduates are either employed full-time and or enrolled in school full-time. And then the average starting salary for our employed graduates is around $22 an hour, which is the equivalent to $43,000 a year, which I always say right out of high school doesn't sound like a bad amount to start making. So this is really a big recap of our program. So it is a 9 to 12 month program into a career in either business or technology. Fun fact, you actually get paid to be in our program. So you will earn a bi-weekly stipend. So our program is 100% free. You do not pay to be in our program. There are no costs. We actually pay you. So you will be earning that like bi-weekly paycheck. You will all earn professional certifications and then of course those college credit recommendations that are transferable. You will receive wraparound support services. So we provide support in the academic side, any type of professional support. We also provide resource support. One of the expectations is that our students do come professionally dressed since we show you professionalism, but we do not have the expectation that all of you have access to professional clothing. So if that is the case, we just ask that you let us know and we actually provide free clothing for you all. This is a full-time program, so pretty important to note, the program is full-time. So it is Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 3:30. A majority of our students do have part-time jobs on the side. Some of them are even enrolled in college classes. We will help you with whatever resources you need from us. We just ask that if you are committing to the program, you are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3:30, because in the first 6 months, those are essentially going to be like your class hours. And then once you go out on internship, you're literally living like the corporate 9-to-5 world. And then you will all also receive career coaching, and then there is tons of professional development involved in the program. Here is my contact information. So I'm the enrollment manager here. Our process is very, very easy to go through. Essentially, you submit an interest form with your information. We get you through an information session to just learn more about the program, get you some clarity, and so that you can ask questions. And then the last step is your interview. So you complete your interview, and then within like 2 weeks of interviewing, you already know the status of your application. We do take 2 classes a year, so one in the fall, one in the spring, and we do enroll 140 students each cohort. So we will enroll 140 this upcoming fall, and then we'll start recruiting again, and then enroll another 140 in the spring. But that is pretty much all I got. Oh, and I guess I can type the link in here. If any of you do want any additional information, you can always go to our website, which is yearup.org.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 presentations underway. I want to remind everyone that that Q&A function is open. So as you're hearing all of these fantastic presentations, make sure you submit your questions. Okay, we're turning now to Jane Addams Resource Corporation. Whenever you are ready.
Great, thank you. Let me pull up. Great. So I will pull up my presentation here. So again, I'm Emily Peters. I am the Director of Training Services with the Jane Addams Resource Corporation. Talk to you guys today about our careers in manufacturing programs that we offer. So you can kind of see here, we have a couple different program offerings. All are going to be in the advanced manufacturing field. So we offer a computer numerical control or CNC training program. We also offer a press brake training program, mechanical assembly training program, and a welding training program. One thing I want to mention is these free to anyone who's interested and wants to work in the field. We do also offer what we call a manufacturing bridge program. So that's going to be based on your reading and math scores. If you need some additional support, you may end up starting in that program. All of our classes offer very small class sizes. We usually have only about 15 students in class at one time. So you kind of have a small student. We also offer employment coaching to everyone that comes through the program. So you're going to be receiving help with resumes, doing mock interviews, learning about what the workplace environment's going to be like. We also offer financial coaching, so you can work one-on-one with the financial coach. Maybe you want to save up to buy a car. Maybe you want to build and increase your credit. You can do all those services with our financial coach. We also offer transportation assistance training program. You can receive weekly transportation to get to and from the class. We also,
Emily,
sorry,
I'm so
we
sorry
also,
to interrupt.
yes,
But I wanted to let you know that you're cutting in and out. It might help if you cut your video.
yeah. Okay, I will try that. Hopefully that works. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Sounds good.
And then we also have job placement assistance. So once you complete the training program, we help you find a job that's going to be a good fit for you. And like I previously mentioned too, all of the training is completely free. Oops, not too far. So we offer, I'll talk a little bit about the manufacturing bridge program. So that one on average is about 12 weeks in length, what we call open entry, open exit. So we are always enrolling new people. So you don't have to wait for the next semester, the next cohort, anything like that. All of our programs are fairly self-paced. So if you had prior experience or you really grasp the content, you might be able to move through the program quicker. And in the manufacturing bridge program, you're going to be working on contextualized topics that's going to be relevant to what you're going to be doing in the industry. So you're going to be working on your algebra geometry and then also blueprint reading and precision measurements. You can see in the picture here is kind of an example of a CNC machine. This one is currently our longest program. It's about 20 weeks in length. Again, open entry, open exit, and you're going to be earning your OSHA 10 certification and also a certification through the NIMS, National Institute of Metalworking Skills, to actually make yourself more marketable. We also program, which is very similar to the CNC, except you're bending metal as opposed to cutting it. This one's one of our shorter programs. It's only 10 weeks in length, and you also earn that National Institute of Metalworking Skills and OSHA certification. We have a brand new program that we are launching in the next week. That's going to be for mechanical assembly. So that is going to be about 10 weeks in length. And you're actually going to get certified manufacturing associate. So you're going to be working a lot, reading blueprints and assembling parts based on those schematics with different hand tools, power tools, fasteners, couplings, things like that. And then we do offer a welding program. So this one is going to be about 14 weeks in length. You will get your OSHA certification as well as your certificate American Welding Society. And that is going to be more focused on the welding you use in manufacturing production. But we do also expose you to TIG welding and stick welding, which are just different types of welding based on either the material or like if you're in different kinds of trades. For someone to be eligible for the program, you do have to be at least 18 years old, but we do have applicants of 17, which is totally fine. You would just not start the training program. I mean, you have to be eligible to work in the US. Any kind of prior offenses is fine with us. You just can't have any sexual offenses. And if you're unemployed, or you haven't worked in the workforce before, or you're new in the workforce, you can definitely apply for the program. We also, we have 3 trainings. So we have one on the north side in Ravenswood, a west side location in Austin, and then a new south side location in Chatham, offering daytime and evenings. So if you are interested in applying, I have the web address below. You would sign up for a virtual Zoom session, and those are every Wednesday at 9 a.m. or 4 p.m. And then you complete the application process. And basically just about every Monday, new people start the program. So again, here's my contact information. I can type it in the chat as well. But if you are interested in a career in advanced manufacturing, definitely let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Jane Addams Resource Corporation. We are turning now to Ms. Roberts Beauty Academy, whenever you are ready.
Hi, everyone. Just let me share my screen really quickly. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Okay, welcome everyone. I am the owner and director at Ms. Roberts Beauty Academy. We are an academy in Hillside, Illinois, at the corner of Manheim and Washington. We are training students to become cosmetologists, which involves many facets of the cosmetology field that you can choose from. We are open enrollment. Some of the things that once you're trained with Ms. Roberts Academy, which is a 1,500-hour program, it could take you anywhere from a year to 2 years to finish, depending on whether you enroll full-time or part-time. We also offer financial aid. All you would need to do is fill out your FAFSA form, which most of you will be doing in your senior years. And our school code is 007937 to see if you qualify for financial aid. Moving forward, some of the fields that or jobs that you can have once you are a licensed cosmetologist is a platform artist, makeup artist, nail technician, esthetician, which is also really close to makeup artist. You can become an educator, which is what I am, and an owner of a beauty school. You can specialize in hair color and become a hair colorist. Participate in a lot of hair shows. You could be a presenter at different hair shows. What you see here is a show that the Midwest Beauty Show, one of the largest beauty shows in the United States. Then on the left is some of our students who attended the beauty show. We attend all the beauty shows that are in this area every year. What would you learn in school? Those are some of the things that you can do as once you're certified, but what will you learn when you come to Miss Roberts Academy? The first thing is you are required to have a high school diploma. You have to complete 1,500 hours. You have to pass all of our theory with an 80 or better. We have a lot of practical tests that you can take. And once you finish all of that, you can register to take state board, which is where you would get your license after you complete these requirements. The first thing that we focus on in our school is theory time. And it's still, even if it's theory, we still have books like everyone else, but a lot of our work is hands-on. And if you're a hands-on person or creative person, it's our theory or book time is not like most colleges. We really take an active effort in learning our craft by performing the crafts here at school. We learn a lot of updos. We let you be creative. You see the colors there, using braiding methods, using curling methods. You will learn different ways to apply hair color. Our educator, which is Brandon Ivy, is a specialist in color methods, because there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of color methods to learn and different color applications. We work on all textures of hair. That's really important. In Chicago, where we have such a diverse community, it's really important that you learn to work on all hair textures, from the straightest straight to the curliest curl. We do a lot of hair cutting. One of our instructors is a licensed barber, so we pride ourselves in teaching our students more advanced hair cutting. Perming and relaxing skills you will learn here. So if you want to go from straight to curly or curly to straight, we get a lot of hands-on practice for that. Same thing with the relaxing. We have hair shows that we have here at the school where we practice performing hair shows outside of the school. And we have a lot of photo sessions after we have and this is just an example of some of the fun hair shows that we have had previously. Cosmetologists can make anywhere from $10,000 a year to $100,000 a year. What's great about this field is the sky is the limit. You can make as much as you want to make if you want to perform services at home so you can raise your kids and be there with your family. Or if you want to be on a cruise ship and travel the world, you can do that. We've even had students join the Army and cut hair in the Army. This is just another example of one of our hair shows that we had here at the school. Career tips: perfection is not attainable. If we do not chase perfection, we can't catch excellence. Practice makes perfect, and we practice that here at the school so that when you go into the field, you're not at entry level, you are at industry level, and that's a really big difference when you're trying to compete for clients. You will be able to perform so many services if you want to do all of them, or if you just want to choose and just specialize in one. This is our facilities that we have in Hillside, Illinois. We do work on clients. This is our clinic floor. Like I said, we do accept financial aid. We have flexible schedules, one-on-one, small classes. If you don't like a really big school, you need that extra attention, we're the school for you. And I think that's about all I have. I just made it. If anyone has any questions, please put those questions in the chat, and I'll be very happy to answer those.
Awesome. You were perfect on time. Thank you, Ms. Roberts Beauty Academy. Okay. And as she said, the Q&A function is open, and I see some of you are submitting those questions. So thank you for that. We are going to turn it over now to Relativity. When you are ready, take it away.
All right, hopefully you all can see my screen as well as hear me. If I get choppy, please let me know. I'm super excited to be chatting today. My name is Jonathan Hill. I currently serve as a community engagement lead here at Relativity. Just to get into our presentation today, I really like to set the stage just to tell you a little bit more, not only about myself, but about our company. Relativity, our mission, if you remember nothing else from today, it is to organize data, discover the truth, and act on it. Essentially, what that means is we really help organizations from law firms to financial institutions to even government agencies really quickly find the data so that they're able to discover and act on the truth. Founded right here in Chicago, a tech company, we were founded in 2001. We were actually global. So we have offices in New Jersey, London, Poland, Hong Kong, as well as Melbourne. We have about 1,300 employees currently. And again, when you think about our breadth and type of work, we also have 100 different type of partners and companies built on top of the Relativity platform. And we have a presence in about 50 different countries around the globe. A visual representation of some of those companies who leverage Relativity from government organizations, corporations, and law firms are here. Some big names that you might even know, obviously EA, LinkedIn, the FDA, the EPA, and then some of those larger law firms like, again, Reed Smith, or consulting firms like Deloitte or KPMG. But I'm really excited today to talk to you about something specific. I'm here to talk to you all about the Relativity Fellows program. This is a program that we launched last year with the mission to really expand economic opportunity throughout the United States by finding, certifying, as well as placing what we consider to be untapped talent in the e-discovery field. Our priorities are fairly simple. We want to provide economic mobility to every individual who goes through our program. What that means is that this program isn't just getting you in the door to get a minimum wage. We want to get you to a point where you're able to have a meaningful wage. Two, we know that inclusion, diversity, and belonging is not only something that is important to the individual, it's important to the company, and it's going to make every company better. So we want to diversify the people who are experts in our field and in our software. And then the third thing is that we want to close this talent gap. We know that even coming after the pandemic, there will be many open roles and opportunities, and we really want to make sure that we're providing tangible skills for individuals to be able to attain those jobs sooner. So addressing all those structural inequities helped us build what we call Relativity Fellows. This is a 5-month learning program where, different than an internship and you may be working 80% and learning 20, we flip that model. We want you to also relieve your burdens. So we're going to provide you healthcare coverage as well as very competitive pay. Thirdly, we're going to ensure that you are led all the way through the program by my colleague, Sean. You will have an instructor-led training on, again, Relativity software and any certification support. And then lastly, and what we consider to be a differentiator in our program, is that upon successful completion, you're actually going to be guaranteed employment. So again, with all these amazing things, you would think that's just it, but I have one more for you. We just announced a partnership with National Louis University. For any of the fellows who complete our program, you actually will receive a full minor. And if you would like and elect to go back to school, you are able to do so. Here's just a visual representation of that timeline I just talked about, where you're able to dissect and see what skills will I be learning in month 1 versus month 3. When do I need to know what hurdles I need to pay attention to, whether they're projects that we're working on as a group or individually? And then also, when do I start looking for my next job? So we call that all out here in our timeline, and then underlay that with our real behaviors, mindsets, and skills wrapped up in our core values, helping you understand what are you tangibly going to walk away with every single month. Our commitment is that 100% of our fellows who go through our program will earn a role earning no less than $40,000 a year. And Relativity is prepared to not only hire you, but we're also going to work to put you in front of some amazing companies that are looking for fantastic talent as well. Here's a visual representation of what some of those roles could look like, from sales, customer success, to support, even litigation support. And a visual representation of what you'll be spending your time doing. Upskilling, certifications, but also some of those intangibles like industry onboarding or placement support. social capital, and mentorship. All things we know that you'll need to be successful. We relied on some amazing partners, as you'll see Noble right there in the bottom middle, to get us in front of fantastic talent. And I just want to wrap up telling you what you need to even apply for the program. All you'll ever need is a high school diploma or GED equivalent, be authorized to work here in the US, have expressed interest in technology and law, desire a new full-time employment at the conclusion of our program, knowing that it's full-time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, have basic computer skills, we call that technical aptitude, and be fluent in English. And if you want to boil that down, Jonathan, all right, I'm ready, what do I need to do? Well, if you have the fire in the belly mentality, a strong learning orientation, consider yourself to have strong written oral communication skills, a desire to obtain a job in tech and or law, demonstrate that technical aptitude I just talked about, and you're looking to begin your career in technology and or law, then this is the program for you. We just launched our second cohort and they'll be starting with us May 17th. We anticipate we'll be launching a third cohort early next year. So we know that, again, this is gonna come timely for you all, and we look forward to you joining our organization as we look to find and foster great talent.
Fantastic.
And that's the presentation.
Wonderful. It sounded great, Relativity. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay, we are moving on to our final organization of this event. We're going to hear now from Instituto del Progreso Latino whenever you are ready.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm just loading my screen, so let me know when the PowerPoint shows. Doesn't look like it's sharing quite yet.
Not yet.
I just got a new computer this week and I'm still getting used to it, so I apologize. All right, is it sharing now?
It's loading now. Yes, looks
Okay,
great.
great. All right, so I will unhide myself. How do I do that? Okay, I'm having issues. Can you help me, please?
Yeah, you should be able to right click on the black square with your name and it'll say start video, or you can at the bottom there.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect.
Okay, hi everybody, my name is Rebecca. I am the retail program lead instructor at Instituto del Progreso Latino, and I'm here to tell you today about our different programs that we have and what we can do for you. So we are located at 2520 Southwestern Avenue in Chicago, and our mission is to, I'm going to hide my screen, contribute to the fullest development of Latino immigrants and their families through education, training, and employment that fosters full participation in the changing U.S. society while preserving cultural identity and dignity. But please know, we do not just service and have students that are Latino immigrants. So everybody and anyone is welcome. So just letting you guys know that. All right, so to start, our motto is that education is power. So going back to the mission statement, Instituto started in 1977, and we initially started out as an ESL location for people in the community to learn English as a second language in order for them to get jobs and careers within the Chicagoland area. And from there, since 1977, we have grown and grown and grown. So we have two high schools, the Institute of Health and Science Career Academy, which focuses on high school students who would like to develop careers in health and science. Then we have the Institute of Justice and Leadership Academy for students that did not complete their high school diploma and are between the ages of 18 and 24 and are still looking to get a high school diploma. They can do that at the Institute of Justice and Leadership. And then we have the Adult Basic Education Program, which has an ESL, English as a Second Language program, as well as a citizenship program, family literacy, meaning we help people with more reading abilities, and then Spanish literacy as well in the Adult Basic Education. Then in the Career Pathways program, we have Credits and Salud, which is just the healthcare program where students can receive a basic nursing assistant certification, and I'll get to that shortly. Then we have the Construct Infrastructure program, when we just had students graduate this morning, which was really exciting. And then we have the Manufacturing Training, the Retail Institute, which is what I run, and an entrepreneur program. Then we also have a college where students can receive an associate degree in nursing called ADN, and then we have the basic nursing assistant program as well. So I will continue. And here, one thing to note, the part of the reason that stands out with Instituto is that we register the student, but we serve the entire family. A lot of our students who come in, they also have other family members that are able to join our programs as well. And so we don't just say that they're just the student, we have other programs. So we have programs for youth who are between the ages of 16 and 24, who are out of school and looking for employment. Then we also have adult programs for anybody who's 18 and older, unemployed or underemployed. And then in the last couple of years, we have started a refugee program for students 18 years and older who have a refugee or asylee status and who have been living in the United States less than 5 years. And the program that I'm going to be talking about today more than anything is our Career Pathways program. So these are vocational training programs, and the Credit and Salud is the healthcare program, which is a series of bridge programs that support our students to become CNAs, which stands for Certified Nursing Assistant. And in order to become a CNA, we have people who come in and take the assessments to determine whether or not they're eligible to take the CNA program. And if they're not eligible right away because of their low level of English or math skills, we have bridge programs to help people get to where they want to go. So we will never say to students, your English is too low, we can't help you. We help everybody get to where they want to go, whether it's healthcare, manufacturing, retail, Construct Academy, or the entrepreneur programs. We're an education and training program, so we combine both into our programs. So then we have a manufacturing program, which I know that some people already have at their schools as well, where you can earn credentials from the National Institute of Metalworking Skills, NIMS. Then we have the Retail Institute, where you can earn up to 3 credentials from the National Retail Federation. That's my program, and we have a wonderful customer service and sales program that I run, and I personally, obviously it's my program, but I think it's a wonderful program because every job that we have, there are customers. Even when you're a nurse, the patients are your customers. Wherever you work, there are customers everywhere. My students are my students are customers. So I would highly recommend anybody who's interested in our Retail Institute to look into that. Then we have the Construct Academy, where you can obtain a certificate in, you can get your CDL, Certified Driver's License, and prepare you to take the CAS test and land a career with ComEd and other well-paying companies. Then we also have an entrepreneurship program where you can obtain a basic certificate in entrepreneurship from Sunshine Enterprises and receive support to enroll in a business associate degree. So that is the Career Pathways program. But as I was saying before, we service the family. So when you come in, we also have career coaches. We have access to public benefits. We have wonderful financial coaches that will help you get your credit score up and help you find goals, whether or not you want to get a car or a house. We help people, and we also give money to help you meet those goals. We have job placement assistance. So once you're finished with the training and education, we always try to help you get a job afterwards. And we help you with your job readiness and resumes and all that good stuff. And then we also have a digital literacy and technical support course, which is just a fancy way of saying computer courses. And then, as I was saying, we have the job placement services, where we have the job readiness, where we really help people with writing your resumes, cover letters, applying for jobs, and also interviewing. Then we have the coaching sessions and the job retention coaching, where we help you get a job, and then we also follow up with you to make sure it's still a good fit. Then, just to give you an example of some of the business partners that we have, these are examples of companies that we work with within the Chicagoland area and where we place our students. And again, this is where our school is located. And if you are interested in joining our programs, and if you would like to learn more about any of our programs, please join us for a virtual orientation every Monday at 10 a.m. and every Monday at 5:30 p.m. to register. And please note that most of our programs are at no cost to the students, most of them. And if there are students that are interested in the program where there is a fee, we also do have financial assistance. So please let me know if you have any other questions. And my name is Rebecca from Instituto.
Fantastic. What a great way to close us out today. This was a really interesting and inspiring session. So thank you so much to all of our presenters for sharing information about their programs, but then also to all of you for joining us, whether you are here live or you are catching this recording at a later date. We're so glad that you could be here. Just a few quick notes before we wrap up here. As a reminder, this is the last event of this series. However, we do have the recordings coming within about a week, and you can find all of those recordings at strivescan.com/Noble. When you close out this event today, you're going to get a very quick 4-question survey. Any information that you can provide would be most helpful. And that's it, everyone. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening. I do see that there's some questions in the Q&A, and we will make sure that those get passed along to our representatives as well. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.